get started, welcome to my program, okay? And today what we're gonna do is talk about how I plan on helping y'all attain your fat loss goals. Okay? So before we get started, what I want everybody to do is just tell me your first name and where you're from. Just so I can go ahead and start putting name to faces. Okay?
Jessica. I'm originally from Nigeria, but I stay in Baltimore.
Okay.
I'm Michelle, but you can call me Mish. I'm in Cali.
Okay.
My name is Alexis, and I live in Waldorf.
Okay. So as y'all can see, everybody's in different areas. Okay. So what did that mean? That means some people have access to a gym and some people do not have access to a gym. Okay. So with that being said, I want y'all to work out whenever you can. Okay. But ultimately, my program is not workout based. Okay. So what did that mean? If you have access to a gym, go ahead and go for the gym. Okay. If you do not do it. Okay. But anything or whatever is considered a workout to you, I want you to do that. Literally. Okay. So what do I mean by that? So I have people on my program and they say, let's say me said, yo, Trey, I didn't feel like working out today. I don't have access to a gym. I just threw on my headphones and went for a walk. Okay? I'd rather me go for that walk versus sitting around the house watching Netflix. Okay? So whatever a workout is to you, do that. Okay? Now I can show you women on my program who lost 40 pounds in 2 months that did not work out, right? And I can show you other women on my program who lost 40 pounds in 2 months that did work out. Guess who's gonna look a little bit better?
The
The one who
workouts.
The
worked
one
out.
who worked out. Okay. So with that being said, work out whenever you can. Okay. Now, the last thing I want to let y'all know is you have 24/7 access to me. Okay. So what does that mean? If Alexa said, yo, Trace, the sky blue today? I'm gonna say, yeah, I think the sky blue today. Okay. So hit me up. I'd rather you hit me up versus you go over there Googling it or you freestyling it. Okay. Okay. So with that being said, did everybody upload their pictures on the app?
Mm, no, I didn't.
Okay. So if you haven't done that, go ahead and just go ahead and upload the pictures on the app too. Okay.
Okay.
So with that said, we're just gonna go ahead and get started. All right. So let's start off with Mish. Okay. So
Yeah.
Mish, what I want you to do is basically tell me on the average day, what do Mish like to eat on the average day? Okay. Not just salad and clean days. I don't want to hear that. Your real day. Okay. So what do Mish like to eat for breakfast? Is she having a snack between breakfast and lunch? What you like to eat for lunch? Are you having a snack between lunch and dinner? And what you're eating for dinner, just have some insight on what you're consuming on the average day. Okay.
Okay. Breakfast probably like eggs, bacon, piece of toast, maybe hash browns. Lunch maybe like a smoothie. Again, this is like honestly because the last month I tried to eat clean, but have my moments. Dinner, probably like meat with like rice or something of the sort, um, or like I don't know, like meat with potatoes. I
Right.
tried myself to a starch a day, but you know. And then you want snack, you said?
Okay. Now, what do you like to drink on an average day?
Um, honestly, I just drink water. On the very rare occasion, I'll drink like green tea or um like a some sort of like sugar tea, but other than that, just water.
Okay. All right, cool. Now, same thing. So, Jessica, on the average day, what do Jessica like to eat on the average day?
Okay, so it all depends on like weekdays and weekends. Weekdays, I don't eat breakfast because I just go to work and get it popping. Lunch, honestly, I don't eat lunch or I get whatever we have at work. So that ranges from fried chicken to pizza to Panera, Chipotle, it ranges. And then dinner is like I'm African, so everything is pretty much starch based.
Hmm.
So either rice or is this thing called fufu, which is pretty much pounded yams.
Hmm.
Yeah. And
Okay.
then on weekends it's like weekends for breakfast I eat like me said, eggs, toast, turkey bacon. Um, I might have biscuits, I might not. And then lunch and dinner, either rice or some, heavy food.
Okay. Now, what do you like to drink on an average day?
I drink a lot of water, and flavored water, like the sparkling water.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And last but not least, Alexis, what do you like to eat on an average day?
Um, so during the week, it's mainly like breakfast, granola bar, yogurt, or applesauce. Something not nothing big. On the weekend is when I'll usually eat like a full like sausage, eggs, maybe potatoes. For lunch during the week, it varies. It's like if I cook dinner the night before, then I'll eat whatever I cooked, whether it's like salmon, chicken, um, shrimp. I'll have that for lunch the next day. If not, then I'll like eat out like Chipotle, Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, all the bad stuff. And then dinner, yeah, it's like, chicken, shrimp, salmon.
Okay.
Um, yeah.
And what do you like to drink?
Um, Maybe I drink lemonade or water. I don't drink soda at all, but it's mainly either I drink lemonade or water.
Okay. Okay. So here's the thing. I just asked all of y'all what do y'all eat on the average day, right? Now here's the thing. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. As a collective, y'all don't eat bad. Okay? But what is the common denominator between y'all three? Literally. Y'all don't put too much thought in what you're gonna eat that day.
Yeah,
Make sense?
that's
Y'all
true.
just going through the motions. If Alexis is hungry, she's gonna go ahead and grab some granola bar. Okay? If Jessica, everybody's eating fufu, she's gonna go ahead and grab some fufu. Okay? She just grabbing and eating it with everybody. Me, if they having a pizza party, best believe she's gonna have some pizza too. Okay? But y'all not putting any thought in what you're gonna eat that day. Okay? So what we're gonna do on my programs, I'm gonna give you a little bit more structure on the average day. Okay? So here's what we all going to do. Everybody here is going to have a 6 hour eating window. Okay? So what did that mean? You can eat as much food whenever you want, as much as you want in this 6 hour window, literally. Okay. So for like me, my current window is from 2 o'clock to 8 o'clock. So what does that entail? Can I have 10 meals in my window? I can go crazy. If I want to eat 8 times in my window, I can go ahead and go crazy. If I want to eat 2 or 3 times like a regular human being, I can do that as well, as long as it's in my window. Okay. Now, before your window, what can you have? Of course, you can have water. Okay. Now, can you put fruit in your water? Go crazy. Can you put lemon in your water? Go crazy. As long as you're not actually eating the fruit. Okay? You can also have green tea made out of tea bags or tea itself. Okay? Made out of tea bags, not the pre-bottled up green tea for you that's already in store for you. Okay? Mish, nothing added into your tea. No sugar tea. Okay? And lastly, y'all can have black coffee. I'm talking Wesley Snipes black coffee. So if you can't drink it like that, you're not going to drink the coffee. You don't like coffee, you like sugar. Okay? Now, in your window, that's when you can go ahead and start having the coffees you want. That's when you can have your sugar tea, Amish, and that's when you can go ahead and have your smoothies or whatever in your window, okay? Now, because my window is from 2 o'clock to 8 o'clock, at 8:01, I go straight back to drinking nothing but water, okay? Now, why are we doing this window in the first place? One thing y'all gotta learn about me is I'm never gonna tell you to do something without give you insight on why you should do it in the first place. Okay? So here's the reason why we're doing the window in the first place. Every single time you consume a calorie, your body starts burning body fat. Okay? It's humanly impossible for your body to burn body fat when calories are present. Okay? Therefore, A, your body's either storing body fat or B, burning body fat. It's never in a standby mode. Okay? So just like y'all three right now, y'all you're not eating right now. Okay? So your body's burning body fat, but it's not burning a lot. But it's my job as a trainer to start making your body or train your body to start utilizing body fat as the main source of fuel. Okay? So here's the reason why we're doing the 6 hour window. Okay? Let's say Alexis. Let's say Alexa got a twin somewhere in China. She's Tia, she's Tamara. Okay? They got the exact same genetics, they look the exact same, everything the exact same. Except let's say Alexa's twin decides to eat everything that Alexis had throughout the whole entire day, except she had it all for lunch. So quote unquote what? She binge ate, right? Because she had all the food that Alexis had throughout the whole entire day. So what did Alexis say she liked to eat? She said for breakfast she might have a granola bar or some applesauce, right? And then let's say later during the day, Alexa got some McDonald's. Bad, right? And then later during the day, because her mom made some salmon and rice, she ate some salmon and rice, right? But Alexa's twin decided to have all that food except she had it all for lunch. But then decided not to eat for the rest of the day, right? Believe it or not, even though they consumed the exact same amount of calories, even though they ate the exact same thing, Alexa's twin is going to be smaller and leaner than her. Why? Because every single time Alexa's body is about to start burning its own body fat, she stopped it. Make sense? So I'm gonna give you an idea of what I'm talking about. Let's say, Jessica, you had $100,000 in your bank account, right? But then let's say you had $1,000 in your pocket. If you have $1,000 in your pocket, do you have any reason to touch 100,000 in your bank account?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Okay? Your body works the exact same way. Okay? So let's say Mish wakes up in the morning, right? Now here's the thing. What had Mish been taught? When you're feeling hungry, you're starving, right? We learned this as kids, right? But here's what your body knows. Once Mish feel hunger, that's Mish signaling to Mish that, yo, Mish, we're about to start burning this body fat. We don't want that to happen, right? But because Mish been taught, oh, when you're hungry, you're starving, she decides to get something quick to eat, right? Now she just gave her body pocket money. Now her body's like, oh yeah, bet you just gave me $1,000. I ain't burning shit. Thank you for that, right? So now standing back and relaxing is like, yo, Jessica, we're gonna go ahead and grab this fufu. Jessica goes ahead and grabs that fufu, right? She just gave her body more pocket money. Okay? So let's say later during the day, Alexis was like, you know what, boo? It's a Friday night. Let's go ahead and get some ice cream, right? Now,
Turn
your
up.
body's not stupid, okay? So if you usually give your body $100,000 or $2,000 every single day, right? But you just gave it an extra 250 from that ice cream, here's what your body's gonna
Mhm.
do. Just like if me said, yo, Trey, let me borrow $20, right? And I give her a $50 bill just to flex on her, right? And she gonna be like, okay, cool. The 20 that I asked for, I'm gonna use. The extra 30, I'm gonna put in the bank now, right? Your body does the exact same thing. So because you gave your body an extra 250 calories, what your body's gonna do is put it in the bank. So instead of you having $100,000 in your bank account, now you have 100,250. Make sense? So
Mhm.
because you're doing a 6 hour window and because you're eating the exact same amount of food that you have throughout the entire day, anyways, you're satiated. You're never hungry. Okay? But because you're doing a 6 hour window, you're giving your body ample amount of time to start burning its own body fat. Make sense? So the very next day, Alexis now has, instead of her having $100,000, the very next day she got 99,000. The very next day she got 98,000. The very next day she got 97,000. She didn't do nothing different except start doing the 6 hour window. Okay? Now, why our bodies work like this in the first place? The reason why our bodies work like this in the first place is because this is the only time in human history where we can get some food with what, ladies? A press of a button. You don't gotta cook it, you don't gotta catch it, you don't gotta clean it. You can literally say, oh man, I literally love a Chick-fil-A sandwich to come to my door, and 30 minutes later it's coming to your door, right? But this is the only time in human history where this was attainable, okay? Why? Because back in the day, if you would literally ask your grandmother or your grandfather, it was literally common for them to go 2 or 3 days without any food. Why? Back in the day, there was food scarcities, okay? But now fast forward to our generation, we have a McDonald's on every corner. So do we have food scarcities now? No. Okay? So ultimately your body's working off an old system in a new generation. Why? Your body was never equipped to eat 5 to 6 times a day. Make sense? So your body is like a squirrel gathering acorns. It's not counting how many acorns it's gathering. It's just gathering acorns. Why? For this sole purpose here. Let's say a new coronavirus hit the earth, right? But let's say this coronavirus contaminated all the food. So all the food you have in your house, all the food you have in on Earth is contaminated. Everybody had to go 10 days without eating, right? Who's gonna last longer? Us three on this call, or the girl down the street that weighs 100 pounds?
Us. Us.
Okay, why?
Because we have stuff stored up, right?
Exactly. The reason why we will last longer than a 100-pound girl down the street. Why? Last time I checked, everybody here weighs more than 100 pounds.
Yeah.
Make sense? So if it's up to your body, you'll be a walking meatball. Your body doesn't care about how you look in the mirror. Why?
Mm.
Because if me and Mish ever had to go 10 days without eating, I'm going to last longer than Mish. Why? I weigh more than Mish. Simple. Make sense? So that's why your body wants to store body fat in the first place. And real quick, do somebody got an echo. Make sure you mute your phone. Yeah, that might be Alexis.
Okay.
Okay? So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and start teaching your bodies how to burn body fat. Okay. So your body's gonna be like, okay, Mish, I'm gonna go ahead and start burning your body fat up. But if we ever to go 20 or 25 days without food and we pass out and die, it's on you. When is that ever gonna happen?
Right.
Never. God forbid you're already dead. Okay. So that's how everything already works. Okay. And that's why we're doing a 6 hour window. Okay. Now, um, I'm hearing feedback again. Yeah, Alexa, can
It's
you?
not. I don't think it's. Let me turn off the AirPod.
It's the
Okay,
AirPods because I don't hear it again.
I'll just leave it out.
Okay. Now, my current window is from 2 o'clock to 8 o'clock. Why? Because my window, I naturally don't get hungry till 2 o'clock. Okay. Now, the average woman on my program window happens to be 1 to 7 o'clock. Why? The average woman on my program happens to be college students, and that's the time after classes where they can eat majority of times throughout the day. Okay. So, with that being said, based off the information that you're hearing, Jessica, what window you think will work for you on the average day?
You said 6 hours, right?
6.
12.
12 to 6.
Yeah, 12 to 6. Sounds
Okay.
good.
Okay, Mish, what about you?
Yeah, I was gonna say the same. 12 to
So,
6 or 1
12 to
to 7.
6 or 1 to 7. Okay. What about you, Alexis?
I would say 12 to 6.
12 to 6?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So here's the thing, ladies. Nothing's set in stone today, okay? All we're doing is thinking about a window that usually works for us on the average day, okay? But ultimately, I want you to do this window at least 5 days out the week, okay? Now, why do I say 5 days out the week? Because people like to live their life on the weekends. I don't know what y'all gonna be doing because y'all quarantined just like me, right? But let's say Jessica decides to hit the streets on the weekend, right? And she knows she's not gonna wild out over the weekend, okay? What would I advise Jessica to do? If she wants to, she can ultimately extend her window. So instead of her doing the 12 to 6 window on a Saturday and Sunday, she could possibly do from 8 a.m. to 12 a.m. if that suits her interest, okay? Over the weekend. Okay. Now let's say Mish. Mish knows she's gonna wild out. Her boo's taking her out to Ruth Chris at 8 o'clock on Sunday, and she knows
Ew.
she's gonna eat all the lobster mac and cheese. She's gonna eat all the bread and drink all the wine on the table. Okay. What would I advise Mish to do on those days in particular? Treat those days like Thanksgiving. What do I mean by that?
Okay.
On Thanksgiving Day, we go the whole day without eating, right? But then on Thanksgiving, we probably eat 2 or 3 plates.
Mm-hmm.
Now, after eating them 2 or 3 plates, are you ever hungry?
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
No. Okay, so instead of me starting and eating around 12 o'clock on those days or 1 o'clock, I'll advise her to start eating around closer to 5 or 6 o'clock if her dinner's at 8. Why? Because the shorter the window, she gave her body more time to start burning its own body fat. And because she did that, it will offset the damage of what she just ate at the dinner. Make sense? So once
Mm-hmm.
again, it's not about how much food you eat that gets people fat. Because if that's the case, everybody will be walking meatballs after Thanksgiving. Okay? It's the frequency of you eating. That's what keeps people fat. Okay? So just to give you an example, let's say Alexis said, you know what, Trey? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm so ecstatic about this program. I'm gonna just eat 15 100-calorie granola bars. That's the only thing I'm gonna eat. Right? I say, okay, cool. What would I advise Alexis to do? I would advise Alexis to eat those 15 100-calorie granola bars in one sitting versus her having a granola bar every hour of the day while she's up. Why? Because every single time her body's about to start burning its own body fat, she stopped it. Make sense? So once again, it's not about how much food you eat, it's the frequency. Make sense?
mm-hmm.
Okay. So with that said, I'm gonna go ahead and send y'all the list. Okay, ladies. Now here's the thing. One thing I'm gonna know is about the food list I'm about to send to you. It's not as restrictive as you think. All the foods that you can have on an average day, you can still technically have. Okay, but this is gonna be a little bit fun. So here's the foods I do not want you to have on a daily basis. I don't want you to have no beans. Okay, you already see Jessica's face, y'all. Okay, no corn. Okay, all right, no
If he say rice,
bread.
I'm dying.
I know that hurt black people. Okay,
Jesus.
and no
Of
rice.
course. Of course. What I
Okay,
need now?
so no corn,
So severe.
no beans, no bread, no rice. And once again, here's the reason why. I'm never going to tell you to do something without giving you information on why you should do it in the first place. Okay, but just for the mere fact here, All the women on my program, guess what I have to make them eat? That's trying to gain weight. Beans,
Nice.
corn, bread, rice. You know what they tell me? Yo, Trey, I don't like eating these foods. These foods are too heavy. Now, all the women that's on my program that's trying to lose weight, guess what I have to force them not to eat? Beans, corn, bread, rice. Okay? Why? In any other civilization, you know what these foods help you do? These foods help you gain weight. Okay? So if you're having these foods and you're trying to gain or lose weight, you're hustling backwards. Okay? But that's not the only reason why I'm saying that. Here's the main reason why. Alexis, where are you from?
Maryland. I'm from Marlboro.
Okay, Maryland. Okay, so there's a reason why I asked you, because you're from Maryland, right? You ever had Chick-fil-A breakfast before?
Yeah.
Of course you had Chick-fil-A breakfast before, right? What'd
Mm.
you get for Chick-fil-A breakfast?
The chicken menus.
The chicken minis? Okay,
Yeah.
all right, cool. So, have you ever noticed the days that you decide to have them chicken minis, for some odd reason, you're still hungry around lunchtime as if you didn't eat in the first place?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Is this our first time ever talking about Chick-fil-A, me and you?
Mhm.
Okay. Why do you think I knew that?
I don't know, cause you had it. I don't know.
Okay, or I might be psychic. Never know. All
Word.
right.
Let's go with that.
So here's the reason why I knew for 100% fact after Alexis ate those Chick-fil-A minis, she was still hungry around lunch as if she didn't eat in the first place. Okay. Believe it or not, it wasn't the chicken in the chicken minis. Okay. It was the
The
biscuit.
word.
It was the honey she forgot to mention she put on the chicken minis. It was the jelly she forgot to mention that she had on chicken minis. And it might be in that half and half that she gets here and there. Am I lying? Once again, I'm psychic. Okay? So these are what you call high glycemic foods. Okay? And what these foods do, it metabolize in your body so fast that your body tricks itself into thinking it ain't giving up in the first place. Okay? So you gave your body 1,000 calories, but it spent it all in one store. So your body's like, yo, Alexis, you didn't even give me nothing. So now I'm gonna rebel against you and start making you have what? Cravings. Make sense? So
Yeah.
one thing you possibly just noticed just growing up in life, you never woke up with a craving. You ate. Then the cravings start to come. Make sense? So the days that Alexis decided to eat those chicken minis, those were the days that she was sitting around and she was trying to be healthy, right? And she went to Subway, and you see the cookies at the end of the Subway line that nobody touches. Those were the days she was looking at those cookies and she was like, "Damn, y'all doing $3, $4? Oh yeah, I need those." Okay. Or those were the days when Mish decided to get that sugar tea. Those were the days where she was like, "Lord Jesus, you know what? I'm gonna get some ice cream today. I don't even care. I'm gonna get some ice cream today." Okay. Now, believe it or not, that wasn't your fault. It was a hormonal response that happened into your body. Okay. So just to give you some pro tips, okay? If you ever craving something sugary, that's your body signaling to you that you really want salt. The
Mm.
human body never craves sugar. It's the food that we eat that usually makes us have these cravings. Okay? So, but because your body and sugar and the sweet runs off the same neurotransmitter, and because 9 times out of 10, what do we have in our pantries? Something sugary. That's why we tend to grab something sugary. Okay? But the human body never craves sugar. Okay? So here's the thing. Once you have no beans, no corn, no bread, no rice, one thing you're gonna notice is for some odd reason, you don't want these foods in the first place. Okay? Now, if you go ahead and grab a donut, let's say Jessica go ahead and grab a donut, right? And she takes it out the wrapper and she puts it in her mouth, she just wanted to taste it. She didn't physically crave it. Make sense? That's why I don't want you to have no beans, no corn, no bread, no rice on the average day. Okay? But here's the thing. Some of y'all are gonna live your life, okay? So let's say Mish decides to go cold turkey. She has no beans, no corn, no bread, no rice on the average day. And over the weekend, she's still doing a 6 hour window, right? And she loses six
Hmm.
pounds a week. And let's say Alexis, she does amazing. She does amazing on the weekdays, but over the weekends, she just have one cheat meal, right? And she loses 5 pounds a week. And let's say Jessica, she does the best over the weekdays, but over the weekend, she's a weekend warrior. She's living her best life.
Turn
And she
up.
loses 4 pounds a week, right? As you can see on this whole entire call, she's talking about turn up, okay? 4 times 4 is what, y'all?
16.
16,
16.
16.
right? 5 times 4 is what, y'all? 20.
Yeah.
Oh, I see y'all hesitate. Lord Jesus.
Let
6
me
times 4
tell
is what?
you, math and me don't work.
6 times 4 is what, ladies?
24.
24.
24.
Okay? That's the difference between somebody losing 24 pounds a month on my program and somebody losing 16.
Right.
That right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So, another thing I want y'all to pay attention to is what y'all drink. Okay? Why? Last time I checked, everybody on this call is black. And what do black people do not do? We don't measure nothing out.
At all.
Okay? So, what do I mean by that? So,
Ancestors got it.
um, here is some. Everybody grew up with this in their household, right?
Mm.
Ocean spray,
Love.
right? A black household staple, right? Everybody got some ocean spray in the house. But here's the thing that black people do not do. They don't measure nothing out. Okay? So, ocean spray says for 8 fluid ounces, you drink 120 calories. Okay? Now, here's the red party cup that everybody have in the house. How much you think 8 fluid ounces is?
The second line,
The second line. Okay? So, believe it or not, Jessica's 100% right. It's the second line. Okay? It's half the cup.
I would have
But
said
here's
I
the
don't
thing.
know, girl.
Okay? But here's the thing. We're all black. How many people you see fill up half the cup?
word.
You
Nobody.
never do. You're gonna fill up this whole entire cup, and if anything, you're gonna leave a little bit of room for ice, right? So here's the thing: if you drink
God.
this whole entire cup, you didn't drink 120 calories. You drank
Mm.
240 calories. Okay. Now here's the
Mm-hmm.
thing: how many people you see just get one cup? You
Mm.
never do. You might get 2 or 3 throughout the whole entire day. Okay. So just that fast, you drink 720 calories. Make sense? So here's what I advise you to do if you are somebody like me who do not like to just drink straight water by itself. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm your whole trainer. I do not just drink straight water by itself. I always got it flavored. But here's what I advise you to do. If you have to drink something more with more flavor to it, always get this version. The diet version.
Diet.
Why? Here's the thing. I could drink this whole entire bottle while I'm on the phone with y'all right now. As you can see, it's not open, right? Guess how many calories I just drank? Take a wild guess. Draw the number.
0.
0?
200.
Okay. 200. If I drink this whole entire bottle, I drank 40 calories
Okay. Compared to,
versus me
yeah.
drinking a half a cup of the regular version and I drank an 120 calories. Okay?
Mm.
So, why do diet products cost more? A lot of people think diet products cost more because it's healthier. That's not the case. The reason why diet products cost more is simply because they got better ingredients in it. Make sense? That's why when you go to Chipotle, you can get a Chipotle bowl for $10 versus you going to somewhere like Nobu and you're getting a whole meal for $40. Why? It's a better meal. There's a reason why when you go to Ruth Chris, you're gonna get a steak for $50 versus you're going to Outback Steakhouse, you're gonna steak for $15. Why? It's a better steak. And lastly, there's a reason why y'all get the $300, $400 weave on Instagram versus y'all going to the local beauty supply store and getting that Chinese $50 weave. Why? It's a better weave. Same concept applies here. But y'all heard what Jessica said, right? Diet. Right?
No, because I
So,
was always taught that diet is worse than regular.
y'all hear that, right? So here's the thing. We all grew up learning that diet products was bad for you, right? Or that it tasted bad, okay? So here's the thing. Back in the day, everybody knew diet products was bad for you and it tasted bad. We all tried a diet product where the taste was literally inferior, okay? So here's what the diet companies start to do. They up the formula. Why? Because they started to notice people wasn't buying diet products simply because it tasted bad and it had bad ingredients in it. So now, believe it or not, all the diet products taste, if not as similar to the regular version. But guess what they had to do to get their money back? They had to up the price. Now, let's say Mish goes to the store and she sees the regular ocean spray for $2, and then she sees a Diet 5 ocean spray for $2.40. 9 times out of 10, which one she gonna pick up?
The $2.
The $2 one. Why?
You
Because
gotta
it's
save money.
cheaper. Make
Mm-hmm.
sense?
You gotta
So
pay
you can
rent.
spend $300 on what you put on top of your head. You can spend 40 cents extra on what you put into your body. You only get one. Okay? That's the difference between you drinking a half a cup or you drinking the whole entire bottle. Literally. Okay? So for instance, I like Sprite. So guess what type of Sprite I got? I got Sprite Zero. But guess what? This Sprite is never on sale. Okay? And here's the thing. I'm a Patron Poppy. I like to drink. So guess what type of Patron mix I got? I got the light margarita mix. But guess what? This light margarita mix costs $2 more right next to the regular version. Okay? So once again, y'all paying for quality of the product, not quantity. Okay? That's the difference between you drink using half a cup or you can drink the whole entire bottle. Literally. Okay? So yeah, with that said, another thing I want y'all to pay attention to is your dressings and oils. Okay? So with that said, who here likes to eat or what who likes to eat salad?
I don't.
Okay? So Mish, what type of dressings you put on your salad?
Italian.
Italian? Okay. All
Hmm.
right, cool. What about you, Jessica?
I use light Caesar.
Light Caesar.
Hmm.
Okay. So here's the thing, y'all. Here's what I want y'all to pay attention to. All right. So I got some ranch. Right. Now here's the thing. Ranch says it's 170 calories.
Mm.
Right. But 170 calories for what? 170 calories per serving. How much is a serving of ranch? A serving of ranch is 2 tablespoons. So what did that mean? Here's a spoon. If I fill the spoon up to the brim and I do this 2 times and put that of ranch into my salad, I just put 170 calories of ranch into my salad. But what do black people do? Yo,
Worth the
Mish,
whole
pass me
bottle.
the ranch. We do this. Okay? Let me know if I'm lying. Okay? So here's the thing. You had the right idea with the salad, but because you did this, statistics say the average person that does that puts at least 1,000 calories into their salad. Okay? So what does that mean? Let's say me and Alexis go out for drinks, right? She be's bougie and she gets her a Caesar salad with some light ranch, right? And let's say I get some loaded fries. I'm talking bacon, I'm talking cheese, I'm talking ranch, I'm talking fries. My fries is 800 calories, right? But before Alexis started eating, she got her little light ranch, did a little bit of this. Okay? Every single leaf got some ranch or some Caesar dressing on it, right? Now her salad is 1,000 calories. My fries is healthier than her salad, no matter how you slice it. Okay? So that's why healthy eating does equate to weight loss. And that's why you see a lot of women, when they're on a regimen or a diet, what they start gravitating to more salads. And that's why you've been having salads for a whole entire week. You didn't see that scale drop. Why? It was
You
this.
coming for me right now?
Okay? Hey, somebody got to speak the truth, man. Don't kill the messenger. Okay? So here's what I advise you to do. If you know you are somebody who likes, instead of you having a Caesar salad, instead of you having a steak salad, instead of you having a salmon salad, I'd rather you have more meat on your plate than anything else. Literally. Okay? So instead of you having a Caesar salad, I'd rather you have beef with a side of broccoli, or chicken with a side of spinach, or steak and a side of asparagus, or crab legs and butter, or crab cakes. I do not care. Just have more meat on your plate than anything else. Why? Meat has a thermogenic effect to it. It speeds up your metabolism by 20%. Okay?
Word?
Yes. Also, meat keeps you satiated the longest. Which means what? You're never gonna be hungry. Which means what? If you're eating more meat, that means faster fat loss. Simple. Okay? So here's how I want you to think about meat, and here's how I want you to think of vegetables. Okay? Meat for your body is like gas for a car. Vegetables for your body is like oil for a car. When was the last time y'all put some oil in your car?
Whenever Honey did it.
Exactly. When was the last time y'all put some gas in your car?
Today.
Okay.
Yes.
So obviously one is more essential than the other. Okay. So once again, meat for your body is like gas for a car. You can get very far with just meat. You can't go nowhere with just oil. Make sense?
Hmm.
Yeah.
So that's how I want you to treat it. Vegetables keep you healthy. Meat keeps you lean. Two totally different things. Okay. So with that said, another thing I want y'all to pay attention to is your oils. Okay. Why? What do all black people do before we start cooking? We get this pan out, right? We get the olive oil, and what we do? A little bit of this. True or false? Let me know if I'm lying.
Facts.
Okay? So here's the thing. Why do we do that? The reason why we do that is because we've seen our parents do it, right? But here's the reason why thing we never took into consideration why our parents used to do it. Okay, so the reason why our parents should do it is because back in the day, non-stick pans didn't exist. They had cast iron skillets, so they didn't put nothing on the surface of the pan. Best believe that whole chicken breast was sticking to that pan. Okay, but now we have cast iron skillets, or now we have non-stick pans. So why are we doing the same thing our parents is doing? It's kind of redundant. Okay, so here's the reason why that's a problem. The average person today that gets his olive oil out and do a little bit of this, they put 900 calories into that pan. And here's the thing: if I show you 900 calories of olive oil in this pan right now, you're gonna be like, Trey, stop playing with me. I definitely put more than that. Okay? So let's say Alexis was making some eggs, right? She makes 3 eggs. 3 eggs is 180 calories. But before she started cooking, she got the olive oil out, and did a little bit of this. Okay? Now her eggs is 1,080 calorie eggs. You might as well go to Cold Stone and get some ice cream now. Okay? So that's why calorie counter does not work. Why? You never was putting in your little calorie counter app. You was putting 900 calories of olive oil into your pan every single time you cook. Okay? So here's what I advise you to do if you are somebody who have to just put something on the surface of a pan before they cook. Okay? Always get this. The spray. Okay? Why? What does the spray say?
0 calories.
Zero. Right? But here's the thing. Why does it say zero? A lot of people do not know the Food and Drug Administration allow food companies to round down to the nearest 10. So what does that mean? That spray really do got 9 calories per spray. But here's what they're gonna do. They're gonna say, look at the serving size. A lot of people don't read the serving size. What do I mean by that? If you look at the spray, it says the serving size of a spray is a quarter second of a spray. So what does that mean? Not a full second, not a half a second, a half of a second. Now, when have you ever seen somebody get the spray and do this? Never in your life. We're all black. We all do this. Okay? Let me be real. Okay? Now, here's the thing. The reason why they put zero is because if they would have put a full second legally, they had to put 40 calories. If they would put a half a second legally, they had to put 20 calories. But what sounds better? 20 or zero?
0.
I'm putting zero on this can. I hope you add don't read. Like we all didn't do. Okay? So the average person that gets this spray and do this, they put 250, 300 calories into that pan. But I'd rather you put 250, 300 calories in that pan versus you getting the olive oil out and putting 900 calories in that pan every single time you cook. Make sense?
Mhm.
Okay. So with that said, do anybody have any questions about that segment?
So you know how you said rice? That was one of my questions. What about like quinoa?
So queen, any type of grains you don't really want.
Okay.
Just being straight up. Now you can have cauliflower rice. Okay. But
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
just let y'all know once again, all grains is not created equal. Okay. Grains just started existing 200 years ago. I'm gonna put it to you like that. Your body's not made to have grains for real. Okay, but you can have it. Just don't try to really lose weight on it. Okay. So once again, if you are somebody who is like a sauce type of woman, just letting y'all know the worst type of sauces is the worst part of a meal is always your condiments and oils. Okay. So for instance, I like honey barbecue. So guess what type of honey barbecue I got? I got this version, the G Hugh sugar free version. But guess what? I can use this anytime I want to. I can do this now. Why? This says 10 calories, right? 2 grams of
Do
carbs.
you have a list of sauces you can send us, like
You
spaghetti
got it already in your
sauces and
text
stuff like
message.
that? Oh,
It's
it's
already
in
in your
there.
text
Okay.
message. Already prepared. See how that works? So with that said,
Perfect.
another thing I want y'all to talk about. Matter of fact, Mish, I got you. How many times do you eat any fruit? How many times do you drink any smoothies? How many times do you drink any alcohol on the average week? And so, how many days out the week do you do any of the three?
Um. So I drink, but I haven't drank in like a month. So
Mm.
true. Fruit
Mm.
smoothies probably like that's where I'm bad. Probably like 2 or 3 times a week. I don't really eat fruit whole, only if it's blended.
Okay,
But if I am drinking though, it's probably like 2 times a week.
2 times a week. Okay. What about you, Jessica? Fruit smoothies or alcohol on the average week?
Okay, so like with fruits, I try to eat a piece of fruit every day. So
Okay.
whether it's, oranges or a mandarin, I don't like apples, but I will force myself to eat apples. I have grapes, so like I try to eat something, a piece of fruit every day. Smoothies, I have these like so for the last 2 weeks, the past 2 weeks, I've been drinking smoothies every day.
Okay.
But then like I'll fall off and then I'll start back up. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
then liquor, I don't really drink like that. So like the last time I drank was like a month ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. And last but not least, Alexis, what about you?
I eat fruit probably 2 to 3 times a week. I don't really drink smoothies too much, so I wouldn't even say weekly. I would probably be monthly, maybe like twice a month. And then drinking maybe once a week.
Once a week?
Yeah.
Okay.
I need to get
So
oh.
I just want to let y'all know, speak your truth now, because if you're saying that you only drink once a week and I see you popping bottles in the club, just know I'm saying all the eye emojis. Okay? Okay. All right. So speak your truth now so I know what type of clown I'm dealing with. All right. All right. So here's the reason why I asked y'all. So the main component of fruit is fructose. Okay? The main component of alcohol is ethanol. Okay?
Mhm.
These two energy systems cannot be metabolized as quick energy. So just like I told you about beans, corn, bread, rice, your body metabolizes so fast that it tricks itself into thinking it ain't give enough in the first place. These two immediately get stored as body fat. So every time you have a sip of a smoothie, every time you have a bite of an apple, every time you have a shot of alcohol, it's getting stored as body fat. Okay? But not only is it getting stored as body fat, it cannot be stored in your face, cannot be stored in your legs, cannot be stored in your arms. It can only be stored as love handles and stomach fat.
Oh, great.
Makes sense?
Hmm.
So that's why if you ever seen a woman who is fairly skinny but had a pudgy stomach area, that's a clear indicating sign that A, she eats a lot of fruit, B, she drinks a lot of smoothies, or C, she drinks a lot of alcohol. That's the only way your body can look like that. No PCOS, no IBS, no gastrointestinal problems, none of that. Fruit, smoothies, and alcohol. Just like men, we don't eat a lot of fruit. We don't drink a lot of smoothies. But guess what men like to do? We like to drink alcohol. That's why you can see a skinny man with what, ladies?
Stomach.
A
A
beer gut.
beer belly.
Yeah.
Okay? Fruits, smoothies, and alcohol. But here's the thing we all grew up learning that fruits and vegetables is healthy for us, right? They didn't lie to you, they just didn't tell you the whole truth. Here's what happened. In the 1970s, farmers was getting mad that it was overproducing fruit. People wasn't buying fruit, everybody was buying vegetables. And guess what has the lowest shelf life in the store? Fruit.
Vegetable fruits.
Okay? And also, back in the day, one thing you would have literally let you know, or if you would have literally asked your parents, they only seen fruits in their season in the store. So they'll go to Walmart and they'll have a whole display of bananas. They'll go to Walmart and they'll have a whole display of berries. And then they'll go to Walmart, oh, special occasion, we got pineapples in today. Okay? But now fast forward to our generation, every single time we step foot into a store, what have we seen? Apples, oranges, cherries, grapes, berries, strawberries, raspberries, all out of season. Okay? That's why one thing you may notice if you go into Walmart or any type of convenience store, you might notice you might see strawberries, and then you're gonna see organic strawberries. So what are these? Right in front of you, you just didn't put two and two together. Okay? But people wasn't buying fruit back in the day. So here's what the government did. They said, okay, cool. Everybody's buying vegetables. Everybody knows vegetables are healthy. Okay? People are not buying fruit. And yeah, fruit got some health benefits to it, but fruit is not as healthy as you think. Okay? But if I combine the health statements and I say fruits and vegetables are healthy, I'm not lying to you. I'm just not telling you the whole truth. Because what would y'all rather have? A plate full of mangoes and strawberries or a plate full of Brussels sprouts?
Mango
Mangoes and
strawberry.
strawberries.
Mangoes and strawberries. Why? Because it tastes better,
Hmm.
right? So your people started to believe, oh man, you telling me I can eat some fruit and I get the same benefits as eating vegetables? Oh yeah, bet. I'm just eating nothing but fruit. I hate vegetables. Vegetables, fruit sales start to go up, and now everybody's starting to get fat. Okay? So it's like if I was let's say if I was Jessica's man, right? And Jessica said, yo, Trey, where was you at 10 o'clock last night? And I said, oh, Jessica, I went to the store last night at 10 o'clock, right? I just went somewhere else after the store. Okay? I didn't lie to her, just didn't tell her the whole truth. Ask better questions. Okay? So that's exactly what the government did to us. So if you want to wake up in the morning, grab a pint of Ben& and Jerry's ice cream and head out the door, you shouldn't do the same thing for fruit. Fruits and honey are nature's desserts. That's all it is. Dessert made out of nature. Okay? But you're gonna come across people that are gonna say, oh yeah, well, fruit's gotta be healthy because it comes from the earth, right? Okay then. That means cocaine is healthy.
Word?
That means it's heroin is healthy. Are these two healthy? As
No.
a crackhead, if crack is healthy, he's gonna tell you crack is healthy. Okay? So treat these things like desserts. Not every day, not every other day, maybe every weekend or every other weekend. Okay? Especially if you're trying to get your stomach flat. Okay? Now,
It's crazy
fruits.
how we grew up like with all this like stuff, and it's totally a lie.
It's
Especially
not
black people.
black
Yes.
people. And that's why
Mm,
black people is the first people to die in America.
facts.
That's why you know that. That's why they're passing it down to you.
Mm,
Okay? So, with that being said, fruits are for insects. That's why if you leave fruit into your house, what happened, ladies?
fruit
Fruit
flies.
Fruit
flies.
flies magically appear. And that's, did you have a fly in your house? No. Where did they come from then? They came out of the fruit.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, fruits are for insects.
Yeah.
Okay? As humans, we can have fruit, but when can we have fruit? Seasonally. Just like fruit was supposed to be made. When? Seasonally. Make sense? So, with that said, I'm gonna let y'all know the best type of fruit. Okay? So, the best type of fruit known to man as long as you live will always be berries. Okay?
Okay.
Strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, blackberries. If you got berries at the end of it, that's always gonna be the best type of fruit. Okay? But just to give you some insight on how bad fruit is, two bananas, or for you, Jessica, one plantain is the same as eating a Snickers bar.
Shut up,
Yeah. So you can have one plantain or two bananas. I have a Snickers bar. It's doing the exact same thing in our bodies. Except mine tastes better.
bro.
Okay. So with that said, be very mindful of your fruit consumption, especially if you're trying to get that stomach flat. Okay. So with that said, for my alcohol anonymous clients, I'm gonna let y'all know the best type of alcohol. Yeah, you know who you are. Okay. So with that said, the best type of alcohol is straight tequila, straight vodka, straight whiskey. Okay? No Douce, no rum, no cognac, none of that. Okay? And here's the reason why. Believe it or not, Hennessy comes out clear. But what they do is they burn up corn, they burn the corn syrup, and they pour it in for flavor profiling. Okay? That's why Hennessy gets that color. And that's why Hennessy Pure White costs more. And that's why Hennessy Pure White is lighter.
Mm.
Why? Better quality. Make sense? So you possibly may be thinking, okay, cool. Why do whiskey got that color? The reason why whiskey got that color is because we're not drinking whiskey from 2020. We're drinking whiskey from 1995, 2000.
Mm.
Whiskey been aged in the barrel for when? 20, 25 plus years. Okay? The Hennessy that you drank last week was made last month. Okay?
Mm.
So let's say me and Alexis went out for drinks. One thing Alexis will notice about me is instead of me getting a whiskey and Coke, I'm going to get a whiskey and Diet Coke. Make sense? That way I'm drinking, she's drinking, we both getting drunk, except my drinking is not doing half as much damage to my body as hers.
Mm.
Make sense? So there's ways around it. You can't drink alcohol straight. Okay? So like for me, for instance, we had a party over here last month. My birthday was last month, right? And everybody was drinking margaritas. But guess what I was mixing my tequila with? I was mixing my tequila with the Diet 5 Ocean Spray. Make sense? That way I was drinking, they was drinking, everybody in the party was getting fat except me. So there's ways around it. Okay? So with that said, my black queens, what y'all think the absolute worst alcohol known to man is?
Vodka.
I
No.
won't say it because I know.
Okay. Yeah. Matter of fact, Misha, go ahead and say it.
Wine.
Absolutely. Wine, sangrias, and mimosas, because I'm starting to notice that's a thing now, is the absolute worst alcohol known to man. Why? Because it's alcohol made out of what? Fruit. So if you drink wine, you know the vibes. That's literally a stomach fat concoction, okay? That's why one thing you may notice all the women that you see here drinking wine, or they say your girlfriends, oh yeah, girl, I just drink wine here and there. The stomach is never flat. Can't show me one. Why? Based off the human physiology, guess where wine gets stored at? That fupa area. That's the only place your body can store wine at. But we all grew up learning what? Red wine is good for your heart, right? We all grew up learning what? You can drink wine in moderation if you're pregnant. Okay? They didn't lie to you. They just didn't tell you the whole truth. In order for a human being to get any health benefits from drinking wine, you'll have to drink at least 1,000 glasses in 24 hours. So you'll get some health benefits of drinking wine. Yeah, Jessica. You're just gonna be passed out on the street first. Okay? So one thing you possibly noticing about this call is there's a lot of things that you grew up learning that's really not the case. Okay? Just like we all grew up learning that breakfast is the most important meal of the day, right? But who told you that? It wasn't the government. It was Quaker Oats and cereal companies. Why?
Word.
Now you're
To
associating
sell
their
their
products
products.
for with a certain time of day. Exactly. When do people eat pancakes and eggs for
In the
breakfast?
morning,
When do people
yeah.
eat bacon for breakfast? When do people eat cereal for breakfast? When do people eat oatmeal for breakfast? When do people eat pizza for Oh, that's not for breakfast. That's for lunch and dinner. Make sense? There's no time associated with breakfast. Breakfast means breaking a fast.
Right.
That's all it means. So my breakfast every day is at 2 o'clock. I got women on my program whose breakfast is at 6 p.m. every single day. There's no time associated with breakfast. That's an American thing. Make sense? Just like we all grew up learning that we're supposed to eat 3 times a day. But who told you that, Jessica?
My mama.
Your mom, right? It wasn't the government. It was McDonald's who taught your mom that. Who taught you that?
Nah, it definitely
Why?
wasn't McDonald's. She grew up in Nigeria.
Oh, okay. Well, it was the Americanized way. Okay. Why? McDonald's was the only place open back in the day 24
For all
7.
three, yes.
Yo, Jessica, you forgot to eat your breakfast today. Make sure you grab these McGriddles.
Right.
Yo, Alexis, I know you for the streets. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Make sure you grab
So
this quarter
for the
pounder with cheese. You
streets.
forgot to eat your
No.
dinner. Okay?
Not for the
America and its
streets.
citizens is the only place that they eat 3 times a day on average or more, and we're also the fattest country on earth. Is that a coincidence? No. Okay. So with that said, do anybody have any questions about food and alcohol?
Mm-mm.
No. No.
Okay.
Oh, me.
So yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Mish. That's what I was
Berries.
about to say.
Sorry. Oh, am I ahead of the game? I know you said berries in the other call.
Mhm.
So if I wanted to do like my one smoothie or whatever, all kinds of berries and like coconut milk or oat milk, is that like fine? Or
I would rather you. So once again, what you're basically asking me is that's like me. You asking me, Mish, would you rather get shot in your chest or in your arm?
got it. If I have to, got it.
I'd rather not get shot at all. Okay.
Yeah.
But if you're going to take an L, I want you to take an L with having just berries. Okay. And if you're going to take an L, I don't want you to mix it with coconut milk or oat milk or stuff like that. Okay.
Okay.
But if you want to, and that's your little treat for yourself, you can go ahead. But just know you're not doing your body any service.
So
Yeah.
what I'm hearing is no smoothies.
I
Craving like
You can have a smoothie, but Jessica hired me to do what?
A word. I hear you. I hear you. I
Hey Trey,
hear
I want this
you.
stomach to be gone. So I'm telling you, hey Jessica, put the smoothies down. How
All
about that?
right. Okay. So no rice, no plantain, no smoothies. Got
And here's the
you.
thing: once you get snatched, you can have all these foods every single day.
But
Why?
I feel like
Because
by
if you
then I'm not gonna
stall,
want it.
exactly. You can have it. So here's the thing. I've been all the women on my program, they notice that they don't even enjoy having these foods anymore. Why? Your body, you taught your body to start liking these foods. Just like we all grew up, we first time we took some alcohol, we tried it. We was like, this is the worst shit we ever tasted in our lives. We're never gonna have it again, right? But then you start associating alcohol with having fun with your friends, right? And then now you have a Hennessy bottle in your corner in your room somewhere. Okay, so you taught your body to like these things. Your body don't really naturally like it in the first place. Okay, so with that said, do anybody have any other questions about food and alcohol?
No.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and conclude this call real quick. We only got like 5 and 10 minutes left. I know y'all got places to be. Okay, so with that said, what we're gonna do in order to kick everything off, everybody's gonna do a 48-hour water fast. Okay, not a 2 day fast, a 48-hour water fast. What's the difference between the two? Okay, here's a 2 day fast. Alexis, did you eat today?
Hmm.
Today, don't count. You have to go all tomorrow. You have to go all Friday. Then you can eat Saturday morning. Okay? We are not doing that. We're doing the cheat fast. And believe it or not, this is going to be the easiest fast of your life. Why? Because I got science to back exactly what I'm saying. Okay? So here's what we all gonna do. Before y'all start your fast, I want y'all all to grab some Essentia or Smart Water. Okay? Why? These two waters have potassium and magnesium in it, and these two combined trick your body to think you gave it food when in all actuality you really didn't. Okay? So for some odd reason, you're gonna notice while you're drinking this water, you're literally physically never hungry. Okay? Now I'll be lying if I said you don't feel any hunger spikes. Why would you feel some hunger spikes? Because you are not eating, but everybody else around you is eating. So you want to partake, even though you're not physically hungry. So once you get past that mental barrier, you're gonna be totally fine. Okay? So here's what I want y'all to do. Before you start your fast, I want you to hop in your bag and literally have your cheat meal. Okay? So you know that meal that's in the back of your head, you're like, oh man, if I eat this, I'm on some fat shit. I want you to have that meal. Okay? I want you to put yourself down for the rest of the day. Literally. So Jessica, go ahead and get some fufu and go ahead and get hit that favorite African joint before she start my program and finish off that bottle of wine. Go crazy. Okay? If Misha gotta go ahead and get in and out real quick, go crazy. Go ahead and get that animal style. Okay? I want you to put yourself down for the rest of the day, literally. Okay? So like me, when I'm about to start my fast, I have Chipotle. Why? If you eat Chipotle at 4 p.m. or you eat Chipotle at 11 a.m., you're not going to be hungry eating a whole bowl of Chipotle. Let's be real. Unless you're on some fat shit. Okay? So let's say I go to Chipotle. Let's say I eat my meal at 3 o'clock. Okay? I want y'all to start your fast in between 12 to 4 in the afternoon if you have a choice. Okay? But here's the thing. I had Chipotle. Let's say I have the beans. I have the corn. I have the bread. I have the rice. And if I feel like I got money that day too, I get the guacamole. Okay? But I had Chipotle, so I'm good for the rest of the day. Okay? So let's say I finish my meal at 3 o'clock. I drop the fork at 3 o'clock. That's when my fast starts. Okay? Tomorrow, I'm just drinking my Essential Smart Water, right? But then on Saturday, not Sunday, at 3 o'clock, I get to eat again. Well, today's Wednesday, right? So on Friday at 3 o'clock, I get to eat again. Makes sense? So
No, go
technically,
run that by me one more time.
okay. For one of my my special clients. Okay. So let's say I start my fast at 5 o'clock. I drop the fork at 5 o'clock. Then on
Okay.
Friday at 5 o'clock, I get to eat
Mhm.
again.
Okay.
Make sense? So if
Okay.
Mish decides to start a fast at 4:44 p.m. on tomorrow, then on
Mhm.
Saturday at 4:44 p.m. she gets to break her fast.
That's my angel number, so I love that you said that. So, anyways, I have a question though.
Okay. Go
So, I
ahead.
had watched your video, whatever, and it just so happened where I just haven't been hungry today. I've only been doing water and eating. So, do you still want me to do a cheat meal today, or technically I've kind of
I
already
would
started?
actually that's a good question. I would actually advise you to have your cheat meal still because it's psychologically easier knowing, okay, cool, I made it worth it and I'm fasting versus you 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock hit and you starving to death. And now you
Okay.
questioning it. See what I'm saying?
Okay. Mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm.
make sure you have a cheat meal so it's worth it.
Okay.
Okay? You're gonna be psychologically easier knowing I had a cheat meal and I'm going during this fast versus you saying, man, I just had a peanut butter jelly sandwich, man. I'm mad. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
One more
So
thing.
have a
Also,
cheat meal.
so
Go for it.
sorry. Remember how I mentioned that I was taking the Phenermin like here and there? Is that
Okay.
should I?
I want you to stop
No,
taking it.
stop that. Okay,
No.
just
You
making
don't
sure.
need that. Okay? If you want to take it for yourself in your window or whatever, go crazy, but you don't need that.
Okay. I don't know if it's
Okay?
like a psychological thing for me or whatever, but it's just helped in
It's
terms of curbing
psychological.
appetite. So
Okay?
okay.
But if you feel like psychologically it's easy to do that, what I'm saying is after the fast, if you want to start taking it, cool, but you don't need it during the fast.
Okay,
Okay?
got it.
So
Mm-hmm.
pretty
So,
much we're only drinking water.
nothing but water from whenever time you drop the fork
Mhm.
until the next day. Okay?
Mhm.
Now, here's the thing. Now, once again, Jessica, if you start your fast today at 6 o'clock, because
Mhm.
today is Wednesday, Friday at 6 o'clock, you get to eat again. Okay?
Mhm.
Now, here's the thing. Did everybody get the strips?
Mhm.
Okay? So here's the reason why I made you get the strips. Yeah, Alexa, get the strips. Here's the reason why.
Mhm.
Because if you pee on the stick right now, you're gonna notice you have no color on the stick. Why? You never taught your body how to burn its own body fat. Okay? Now, after the fast, you're gonna notice you have color on the stick. What does that color signify? Your body's burning body fat, which means what? It's humanly impossible for you to see the color on the stick and for you to gain weight. Physically impossible, literally. Okay? No matter what you see on the scale. So let's say Jessica, she pees on the stick. she lost 5 pounds, and she sees color on the stick. That means Jessica lost 5 pounds of fat. It won't come back. Make sense? Now let's say Jessica pees on the stick and she sees no color on the stick, but she still lost 5 pounds. That means Jessica lost 5 pounds of weight. It will come back. Make sense? That's why I
Mm-hmm.
want you to pee on the stick and weigh yourself every single day after the fast in the morning. Every single day, no other time. Only in the morning. Why? Because if you pee on the stick and you see color on the stick, you see the scale go down, you did everything absolutely right. Okay? Now, if you pee it on the stick and you see no color on the stick, that means you got to watch out for what you're eating. Make sense? But it's humanly impossible for you to see color on the stick and for you to gain weight. If you see the stick color and you still got color and the scale go up, that means your cycle may be coming on soon, or you just drink a little bit more water that day. Okay? Because a
Okay.
lot of women do not know. If I drink a 16-ounce water bottle, okay, so this is 64 ounces, right? If I drink this whole entire bottle, I technically just drank 3 to 4 pounds of water. So what does that mean? If I weigh myself after I drink this bottle, I can expect to be 3 pounds heavier.
Yeah.
So that's why you might see weight fluctuations. Make
How
sense?
many of the like? How many do you recommend we buy for the
So that's
fasting
a good
period?
question. I want you to sip water. Okay? I don't want you to drink it because it's there. Okay? Sip it. So if you can make two stretch, make two stretch. Okay? Why? What have we taught our bodies as humans? 9 times out of 10, if we're eating, what are we also doing?
Drinking.
Drinking. Therefore, if you're drinking water all wild, Mish, what can you expect? Your body's gonna
The
start getting
crazy stuff.
hungry.
Yeah.
See how that works? So sip the water. Do you see this water? I only drank this amount of water. I worked out today. I had a UFC boxing class today, and I walked 6 miles. You see how much water I drank? Okay. So once again, only drink water when you're physically thirsty. You know when you seen them gallons or jugs of water that say fat at the top and they say sexy at the bottom. Okay. I don't want you to go for those anymore. Okay. Drink when you're physically thirsty. You know why people do that? The reason why people do that is because bodybuilders back in the day or white men was comparing themselves to bodybuilders. And they said, okay, cool. I see this bodybuilder. He's 280 pounds of all muscle. I see him carrying around a gallon of water. What does that mean? If I drink a gallon of water, I'm going to look like the bodybuilder. Does that make any sense?
No.
No, you didn't put in the work like the bodybuilder. That don't mean if I put a weave on my head, I'm going to look like Mish.
This is
Okay?
real. Thank you. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. Excuse me, sweetheart. Okay. Well, this is real too. Okay. So with
Okay.
that said, but basically, only drink water or fluids when you're physically thirsty. Never go for a goal. And actually, ironically, once you start getting color on your stick, ladies, okay, the less fluid you drink now, the more body fat you'll burn. Why? Okay, your body can do something called metabolic water only when you have color on the stick. Okay, and what's going to happen is the less water you give it, your body has to create hydrogen from its fat cells. Okay, and because it has to do that, guess what's going to happen? Faster fat loss. The less water you drink. So I'm not saying dehydrate yourself, drink water, but just drink when you're thirsty. Do not just drink it because it's there. A lot of black people do that because we've been taught what? Finish our food. So now we attributed that to everything in life. That's why you finish this water bottle real quick just to get a brand new one. That's why.
I have a
Okay?
question.
Go for it.
I like cold water. Like when I say cold water, I like my water in with ice. Is
Yep.
that okay?
If you want it, the coldest of the cold, go crazy. If you want it and you want to
Alright.
boil it and drink it, go crazy. I don't
No,
care
no,
as
I'm
long as it's
good
water.
on that. Alright,
Okay?
cool, cool, cool.
Do
So
you have
with the go ahead.
like recipes or like just to keep
Recipes.
just to keep things not boring? Like
So once again, if you ever feel like this program is boring, it's simply because you're limiting yourself.
okay. No, I
Because you
mean
can
like
have
chicken and veggie. Like there's only so many.
so once again, you can have if you go to Root Chris, if me and you went to Root Chris, you know what I'm gonna get? I'm gonna get the stuffed chicken and spinach. Is that boring?
Yeah. Well, I guess it's more so just cooking, right? Like
If you cook, you can do anything you want. Once again, no food is bad. It's the ingredients in food that makes it bad. I have women on my program that make keto brownies. This is not even a keto program, right? But here's the thing. She eating keto brownies every single day, and she's losing weight every single day. I have women having popsicles. I have women eating keto cake. I have women having stuff like this. So it's not boring for them, but guess what you have to do? You have to actually make it. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of people don't want to cook anymore.
Yeah.
So if you want to be dry, then of course you're gonna eat that dry ass oven chicken breast because you want to be lazy. Just being honest. Okay? Like me, I'm lazy, so I don't cook. So guess what I do? But best believe any restaurant I go to, I know what to order. So you could do it either or. If you want to be lazy, then you're gonna eat the dry chicken breast. If you want to cook and you want to enjoy your food, then cook.
Okay.
Okay? So with that said, do everybody here eat eggs?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So here's the reason why I asked, okay? Because what y'all gonna do in order to break your fast, I want y'all to have nothing but eggs. Eggs with cheese. You can season it how you want, prepare it how you want, and if you ghetto, yeah, you can have hot sauce on your eggs.
I'm weak.
Okay? No sides with your eggs. No eggs and onions. No eggs and bacon. No eggs and spinach. No eggs and shit. Yeah, Alexis.
Onions?
Eggs with cheese. You can season it how you want, prepare it how you want, as much as you want. Okay? Why? The most important thing is not the fast. It's how you break the fast. Because after 48 hours, you get to literally reprogram your body to do whatever you want it to do. Literally. Okay? So because you give your body a day full of eggs, what you're basically telling your body is, I want you to keep my curves. Why? 50% of an egg is 50% protein and amino acids. Your frame, your physique, your curves is made out of protein and amino acids. Okay? But then you're telling your body, I want you to burn the fat away from my curves. Why? 50% of an egg is also 50% fat. Only an egg can do that. Make sense? Because you had a day full of eggs. Every single day following, your body's gonna be burning a half a pound to a pound. Like this, like clockwork. You didn't do nothing different, and you lost a pound today. You got a bonnet on your head, you didn't take a step out the bed the entire day, and you lost a pound. How can you stop it? Beans, corn, bread, rice, dumb shit. Okay? So I'm gonna just be honest with y'all. Okay? Me see my video. The Achilles heel of my program is women losing weight so fast that they start self-sabotaging. What do I mean by that? Yo, Alexis, I can't believe it, Trey. I lost 12 pounds in 2 weeks. This is amazing. You know what I deserve? I deserve a cheat day, right? Now Alexis crying to me the next day. Oh, Trey, what the hell? Imagine gaining 3 pounds overnight. What the hell's going on? You know what I deserve? I deserve a cheat weekend to get out of my system. Literally makes no sense, but that's what y'all like to do. Okay? So if you have no beans, no corn, no bread, no rice, I can guarantee you're gonna get to your goal weight faster than later. Okay, that's why you see the average woman in my program lose 35 to 36 pounds in 2 months. Why? Because the average woman in my program have multiple cheat days throughout the month, and that's why you can see one or two women lose 60 pounds in 58 days. Why? She didn't have one cheat day. That's the difference. Okay.
Okay.
So
I'm
with
sorry,
that
real.
said, go ahead. I'm gonna say so. I'm gonna open up the floor for questions. If you have any
Okay.
questions, go ahead and ask now.
Okay. So, I kind of caught the end of the egg statement because my mama was talking to me. So, what, what did you say about the eggs? I just heard
Long story short, have
onions.
nothing but eggs to break your fast. That's
Okay.
what I want you to do.
So we can
Okay.
have the
So
eggs during the fast or after the fast.
No, during the after the fast. So if your fast starts at 4:44
mhm.
tomorrow, you're
Mhm.
only having water from 4:44 p.m. tomorrow till Saturday. Then on Saturday, you're having eggs from 4:44 p.m. till midnight, as much as you want. The next following day, that's when you start your 6 hour window.
Okay.
Okay.
That's why you have a cheat meal, so you put down for the rest of the day, anyways. Okay? Okay. So, but once again, you're gonna notice for some odd reason that day in between, you're literally never hungry. Now you're gonna notice how many times you eat because you're bored. Yeah, that's what black people do.
Yeah.
I do that.
Yeah, we all do that. Why?
Or
Because
like
only
because you
black
just
people
see it.
associated food with events.
Yeah.
What do we all have for Super Bowl Sunday? Pizza and wings. Only black people do that. Didn't know that. Just being honest. What do you have for Thanksgiving? You know the mac and cheese coming out. You know the yams coming out. You know the greens coming out. You know the turkey coming out. You know the stuffing coming out. We only do that for Thanksgiving. That's a black people thing. And that's why black people is the fattest people in America. And that's why we're the fastest people to die. And guess how we die? We die from what we put in our mouth. Those type of diseases. Not cancer and stuff like that. Okay? So with that said, do anybody have any other questions?
As far as the water, can we put like the fruits and stuff in the water
You
or no?
can, but just know if you start feeling hungry, that's the reason why.
Okay.
So straight waters be better. I'm just being straight honest with you. The essential or small water.
Okay.
Okay? So I just sent y'all a recap there of everything that we spoke about, but it's because I know people got places to be. Mish, what day do you think you're gonna start your fast?
But today,
Today, what time?
um,
Okay, cool. What about you, Jessica?
Oh, what time is it now? I wanna say I'm gonna do 8 p.m. tonight.
Okay, so I'd actually rather you start your fast early during the day versus
Okay.
later during the day. Okay, so
Okay. Cool. Cool. Cool.
I will start you. I'll rather you start tomorrow. Why? Let's say you have your meal at 8 o'clock today, right?
Uh huh.
What you gonna do in the next couple hours?
Sleep.
Sleep, right? And then you wake up the very next day, you feel amazing. You're drinking your essential small water, right?
Mhm.
Tomorrow's gonna be a breeze. But then you're
Mhm.
gonna wake up Friday morning and you're thinking to yourself, damn, I had to go all the way till 8 o'clock before I could eat. Versus you wake up Friday morning saying, okay, cool, I can eat again at 2 o'clock, my regular time.
Mm.
Or 3 o'clock, my regular time. It's just easier psychologically to know you can eat earlier during the day versus later. But if you want to start at 8, you can do that too. Don't threaten me with a good time.
Okay.
Okay?
So I can start at 1 p.m. tomorrow.
Exactly.
All right. Cool. Cool.
Okay?
Cool.
Alexis, what about you?
Thanksgiving tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, at one
Okay.
or
So
twelve.
what I want you to do is all of y'all shoot me a text once you start your fast, okay? That way I can
Okay.
check up on you periodically. I know you're not passing it on the street somewhere.
I'm weak.
All right? So with that said, that's about it, y'all. So with that said, do you have any questions regarding my program?
I have two more. Okay,
Go
wait.
for
So,
it.
what do we have to? Do we need to be logging in any of this stuff at this point yet, or?
The only thing you're supposed to put on the app is literally your pictures.
Okay, great. And then the second one, and this, excuse me if it's a dumb question, but everyone has their own preference.
There's no saying as a dumb
It's
question.
like working out. Like, would you rather, like, I run for a mile or two versus like I walk for 5 miles or something like that?
I rather you walk for 5 miles versus you running for one.
Okay, got it.
So one thing y'all gonna learn about on my program, if you actually look at the workouts, I'm not the trainer making you doing crazy burpees and 300 push-ups. Who wants to do that? I teach you how to work smarter, not harder. So what does that mean? Let's say Misha's on the track, right? Let's say Misha does 12 laps. Let's say she's sweating profusely. You ran 12 laps, right?
Hmm.
And let's say you see me on the track taking my sweet ass time, not a bead of sweat coming across my face, and I do 13 laps. Who worked out harder?
You,
You.
Why?
because you did more.
Exactly. See how that works?
Hmm.
So you running, yeah, you getting sweating, but sweating, you cannot, your body, you sweating does not mean you did a hard workout. All sweat means is your body is cooling off. You cannot sweat out fat. The only way you could burn fat is through oxidation, you breathing harder, circulation, you moving more.
Okay.
Okay? So I'd rather you do a 3 mile walk versus you doing a 20-minute super jog. Okay?
Okay.
So like
Got it.
even like all my clients, if you don't have access to a gym, I'm gonna put it to y'all like this. I'd rather you go for a 3 to 4 mile walk every single day, or every single day you want to work out versus you doing the home workout. You're gonna get a better workout doing a walk 3 to 5 miles a day versus you doing any of the home workouts. But if you have access to a gym, then those workouts based off science is for women to tone up the fastest and build her body the fastest. So if you do have access to a gym, then I'll definitely advise you to do the gym workouts. You're gonna look bomb when you're done. Okay? Okay. Other than that, anybody got any other questions? That was a good question, me. Okay. So with that said, what I want y'all to do is shoot me a text once y'all start your fast, okay? Just so I can check up on you periodically. I know you're not passed out on the street somewhere. Okay? So with that said, let's
Okay.
go ahead and get it started, ladies.
Okay. Good luck,
Thank you.
All
ladies.
right, man.
Good
It was
luck,
a pleasure. It was a
y'all.
pleasure meeting y'all in person, okay? Let's make it
Okay.
happen.
All
All
right.
right, y'all.
All
Good
right.
All right,
night.
bye.